So this is just a quick video just in relation to my whiteboard that I mentioned I would do a video for. So this is the overall board that you can see here, which has got 50 different WIPs on there that I started with at the beginning of 2022 from January 1st. So all I've done, this is just really just for a focus board so that I can actually see my projects as they are and what I've got available. So as you can see, I've just got the name of the pattern, the designer, and a quick picture of what the pattern is just here, plus what number project it is for my no new starts. So all I've done is actually just gone along and added those little pieces of paper in. So these are actually just where you can take them off. They're just stuck on with blue tack. And I go along and mark it when it's actually been called for WIP go. So that's what your W is just here. The C is that I've completed it and I've just put a cross through. So my initial idea was that I was going to keep with just 50 projects on an annual basis. And as I finish with the project or I complete it, I take it off and I could only actually then replace it with another one in that square. So I have actually completed 13 projects this year so far, and I'm hoping to have a couple more by the end of the year. So that's pretty much just a quick overview of what this board's all about. Nothing special, it's not exciting, or it may not be exciting to some people, but it is actually just for me just to see the projects I've got all in one go and in one place. So I did actually get this idea off a lady by the name of, I believe her name was Brenda, off one of the Flosstube channels, and I will have to try to remember the Flosstube channel that I actually got it from. So she had that for May Mania, and or May Madness, I think it might, whatever the name of it is called, and I sort of just copied that idea off her. So, but just put it into a bigger sort of picture. So, just while I've got you on my whiteboard, I'll just explain to you. Please excuse the mess because my craft room's a bit of a mess. But I asked my husband to actually build me some storage for my craft room because I had all these big white tubs hanging around. And he decided to actually build me this huge big unit that is actually, it fits 30 tubs in there. Some of the tubs are missing, but that's just because of my retreat that I just hosted last week. I used those tubs to do things. So they will be replaced back in there. So as you can see, some of these boxes, they're actually named. So I have on the top shelf, I've got all my fully kitted patterns that have alphabetical order in A to C in one box, and then obviously D to blah, blah, blah as it goes across. And then I have some of the boxes that have just got patterns in it, to some boxes that have got partly kitted, and the 3 tubs that are just missing just here, they are from my WIP pile. And that's because I've been trying to sort out what I'm going to be doing for WIPs next year. So that's why the boxes are missing. And the bottom 5, or you can see 6 boxes in the screen now. 5 of those are filled with fabrics, all different kinds of fabrics. And then the very bottom row, I have 5 across, are full of magazines. This is the tub that I use for my 50 projects for this current year. So it's a little bit scattered, not tidy, unfortunately. And as we go across, I've got a box of cones just down here, DMC cones, and a couple of other boxes, a big pile of patterns, and other things. Now, when I've come home and I get haul, I'm a little bit lazy to put it away straight away, so it sort of just gets dumped onto the top of this cabinet. This beautiful wooden cabinet it's got 8 or 9 drawers, and it was made by a girlfriend's father from South Africa. She's brought it all the way out from South Africa. So it actually just stores I've been storing my finished projects in here just to keep them straight, and just supplies and things like that I've got in here. And in this drawer, that's all my CXC that I still have to go through, ready for those projects that I purchased it for next year. So that just gives you a little bit of a rundown of my craft room, how I am really, really messy. And I would prefer to actually be out stitching than to actually be in here tidying up my craft room. So that's my stash, or part of my stash there, and of course my whiteboard. And behind the whiteboard, if I can sneak a little bit of a picture here, is lots of different wool, and that's just a doll there. Don't get scared that I don't hide children or anything in my shelf. Lots of different colour wool for baby blankets and things like that. So I do have quite a extensive stash of wool, as well as I do for cross stitch stuff. So that's it. So just a quick rundown. If you've got any questions, please ask and I will try to answer. Thanks very much. Have a good day.